So you're looking to get those big slabs of meat on the back of your arm. You want the big horseshoe, the sleeve busting triceps. Honestly, the triceps, that's primarily the main muscle group that is going to give you big arms. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 3 different exercises as well as a pre-exercise that you want to add to your triceps routine so you can grow these big monstrous slabs and get huge triceps fast. So without further ado, let's get into it.
All right, let's jump into this. Now, the very first thing you want to do in order to get big triceps, big muscles essentially anywhere, you want to develop intention and mind-muscle connection. Now, this little exercise that I run through before I get into a workout requires absolutely no equipment, as you can see. It's just your body weight, and all you're doing is actually just beginning to flex the muscle to develop that mind-muscle connection. So I'll spend anywhere from about 30 to 60 seconds just squeezing and contracting the triceps so I can develop that intention and crush it on every exercise that we're going to jump into. So let's jump into the first exercise here. We're going to be performing some overhead extensions with some dumbbells. Now, I like to personally pair this together, 2 dumbbells, push them together if you have the hexagonal dumbbells. If you just have the rounded plate dumbbells, just go ahead and grab a single dumbbell and hold it by the plates. Now, because our arms are in this position here, we're able to get a full maximal stretch of that long head of the triceps, the biggest, meatiest portion of your triceps, which is going to give you the most bang for your buck in terms of growth. Hence why we've put the exercise at the beginning of a routine. So while you're performing the exercise, be sure to keep your elbows nice and tight towards the head. You do not want your elbows to begin to drift out. When you're bringing those dumbbells down, focus on bringing them down as low as you possibly can without any shoulder flexion and extension. So to perform the exercise, begin by bringing those dumbbells down as far as you possibly can so we can really emphasize that stretch. You don't want to just drop the weights, rather come down in a slow and controlled manner. Once at the bottom, you're not just thinking, let's lift the weight. No, contract, flex, and activate the tricep on every single repetition. For this exercise, I like to get about 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions. All right, exercise number 2 to hit more of the medial head as well. This is sort of like the squat of the triceps, as we're going to be able to hit the long head, the lateral head, and the medial head. We're going to be performing either some close grip push-ups or, if you have access to it, a close grip bench press. So from the traditional push-up stance, this is the way most people will do it. Their hands are a little bit outside of their shoulders. Instead, we're going to begin to bring those hands together. Now, when you're coming down, you want to aim to get your chest to touch the ground on every repetition. But more importantly, you want to keep those elbows nice and tight towards the torso. This is going to help to incorporate those triceps maximally. Whereas if you have your elbows beginning to flare out, you're actually going to get some internal rotation, which could cause injury or pain in the shoulders. So be sure to keep those elbows tight so you can maximally target the triceps. And if you're performing this on the bench press, same thing. As opposed to that wide grip, bring those hands a little bit closer. As you're bringing that bar down towards the chest, as always in a controlled manner, you want to keep those elbows nice and tight towards your torso, again, so we can hit the triceps maximally. And for this exercise, I'll recommend about 3 to 4 sets of about 12 to 15 repetitions. All right, here we're going to be getting into our triceps finisher to hit the lateral or outer head of the triceps. We're going to be performing some crossbody single arm extensions. Now, a couple of cues you want to focus on here. One, we're going to be performing this exercise with an isometric hold. So when your arm is fully extended and you've got that tricep flexed as hard as possible while your hand is down to the pocket, you're going to hold that position there for about 1 to 2 seconds. Again, focus on squeezing that lateral or outer head of the triceps. From there, you're going to begin to raise your arm back up, but I want you to focus on the negative or the eccentric portion here. Try and get about 1 to 2 seconds on that portion right here. This exercise with the iso hold and the longer eccentric, we're really going to maximize that time under tension so we can stimulate hypertrophy. Now, another cue, the position of your arm, the upper arm from your elbow to your shoulder, you want to focus on keeping that stationary. And also, while you're bringing your hand back up, you want to keep the hand close to the body. It should be just gliding in front of the body. You do not want it drifting outwards, having about 2 to 3 inches from your torso. Keep it nice and tight. This will help to emphasize and activate your triceps a lot more. Now, I'm going to recommend you get about 8 to 10 repetitions on that right arm. Directly after, you can jump into the left arm, again performing 8 to 10 repetitions. And that concludes our sleeve busting tricep routine.
So there you are, that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoy that. Honestly, follow that routine and you will build some monstrous triceps. Hey man, if you made it this far, be sure to comment down below green tape. So 1, I can see who made it this far, and 2, we can confuse everybody when they say, why is everybody commenting green tape in the comment section? If you enjoyed the video, as always, smash that like button down below, and also be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.